is what it is. Now let's get over to probably the most exciting segment of this. Potential landing spots for a couple players here. Matt Stafford. It's first on the list. Where do you think he goes?
Wow. One of them I think might be kind of obvious. I think a lot of people are thinking along the same lines. I see him as a possible New England Patriot. Another possibility, and that just depends. I don't know for sure. Are the Saints, if Drew Brees retires, are they married to Taysom Hill, or does Matt Stafford go to the Saints?
That is interesting. That was way beyond my realm of what I thought was going to happen when we were going to talk about this.
Okay.
Now, it's interesting because they do have, and somebody that Sean Payton really likes, is our Florida State guy. Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
He got his eyeballs fixed.
Yeah.
He's learning under a really good coach and the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
Top 3 quarterback of all time.
Sure.
So that's very interesting. So do you think Matt Stafford comes in and puts the Band-Aid on the situation until he retires?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jameis Winston goes somewhere else?
I definitely think it's more of a Band-Aid. I mean, a competitive Band-Aid. Okay? I think he keeps them competitive, but
I don't think anybody wins their division again if he goes down there. I like Matt Stafford, man, and I know most of us do. Me, you, and Nelson, we all feel the same way that this dude is underrated for the things that he's done. I'll take Calvin Johnson out of the equation. Whatever. Calvin Johnson, all worldly talent. I still think he's massively overrated. That's just my opinion. I think Matt Stafford goes to the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a definite possibility.
A lot of people will say, well, that's the easy choice for any good quarterback. But there's a reason why, man. He has a lot of Tom Brady qualities.
He uses the weapons that he has. Okay? He ended up getting a tight end a couple years ago, Hawkinson. Man, he uses him. He knows how to use players. And he'll utilize the different receivers. He did spread the ball around. He didn't have like one guy he threw to.
How many close to 200-yard games or 2 or 3 touchdown games has Marvin Jones had?
Exactly.
It's not a mistake on why Matt Stafford is as good as he is and why people are raving about him. The people that do know. The people that do watch with their own eyeballs and see what he's doing.
Right.
I mean, Bill Belichick's going to get a gift. And Matt Stafford that says, I was able to learn. I mean, how many different coaches did Matt Stafford have over the year? I can learn any offense. I can read any defense. I can play on a crappy team, but I've never played on a good team. So playing on a good team is going to come even easier. Now, Patriots running backs have never been like, the greatest thing ever. But they do have some 1,000-yard backs like almost every single year.
Yep.
Matt Stafford's never had a great running back. He's never had a great offensive line. He's never had, as far as a tandem of world beater wide receivers. Now, this really, to me, depends on where Marvin Jones and people like that go after their Lions career if they decide to get traded or let go from the team. But I think his ability to take these no-name wide receivers and work with the tools that he's given and have success cannot be overlooked.
I agree.
And I think Bill Belichick's going to look at that and say, let's bring him over here. And I'm just putting this out there. I'm not there. And there's another guy that I feel the same way about that we're possibly going to see in the AFC divisional or championship game next year if these two pan out. Matt Stafford goes to the Patriots. These dudes are going to the Super Bowl. I'm letting y'all know right now.
Okay.
If they sign him in the offseason, it's over. Because now he's going to a competitive team. Even though they don't have the best weapons, that system, it works for any quarterback that is there. Look at Matt Castle when Tom Brady got hurt. Now, when the Chiefs were in come Matt Castle, and he was just okay.
That system goes back even before Tom Brady to Drew Bledsoe. I mean,
shout out to Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Next pick on here.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
All right. I think what you've said about Cam Newton has finally seeped into my brain because I do think Pittsburgh is a possible landing spot for him if Roethlisberger is done. But with the new situation coming up, with Deshaun Watson maybe possibly leaving, Houston I think could be a landing spot.
Well, things are changing in Houston, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. That's kind of like a wild card,
Right.
Like you throw that
Oh
up,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
because they actually need somebody. I think with all the quarterbacks that are coming out, I think Houston just drafts a new quarterback and just rethinks the whole thing because I think they're going to get rid of J.J. Watt in the offseason too, free up some cap room. I'm staying with my pick that I thought was this year, man. I think it makes way too much sense is Cam Newton going to Pittsburgh. And the reason for that is they're going to want to win with the weapons that they got there. They're going to want to extend Juju. We already know this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Even throughout the whole controversy with the TikTok videos and all that. Chase Claypool is one dude that needs to shut up. You just salty, bro. Like,
Yeah.
don't say that some team is going to get clapped because if the Browns end up winning, then you're just going to look even more dumb. Yep. Juju's not Antonio Brown. But one thing that I can say is what I said last year. Cam Newton's going to be able to go to a team that's going to let him be himself. Mike Tomlin is going to let Cam Newton be Cam Newton. If he goes there, this is the other team that I say is going to be in the AFC Championship game. It's going to be them and the Patriots. I can almost guarantee it. I can just see the light, Don. I can see the light. Because that Steelers team is way too talented as well.
Yeah.
And then having a quarterback that's going to... I mean, Juju's going to have a TikTok partner to do these dances. I think the factor of Mike Tomlin being a player coach and then that working to his advantage with somebody like Cam is going to be good.
But do you think Ben is done?
Ben's done.
Yeah. I mean, he caught Wentzitis there in the playoffs and just looked like Carson Wentz throwing picks. And, I would be done with him.
You know what's going to break his heart? Is when he doesn't win that comeback player of the year because Alex Smith is going to get it.
You're right there.
I mean, it is what it is. They need, and everybody's claiming that they need to name that award after Alex Smith. But it is what it is, man. Yeah. Ben, just go ahead and bring it on home, bro. Your time is up.
Yeah.
And the Steelers have never been the type of team unless, well, let's think about the Charlie Batch days, right? Unless you got somebody like Charlie Batch and there really wasn't anything open in free agency that specific year. And a lot of good quarterbacks have come out, Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger, right? We're not going to see a draft like that in a very long time, unless that's this year, of course.
Right, and we'll get to that.
But they banked on Ben and it worked out. But you usually don't see the Steelers going into the draft and drafting really a quarterback really high. Right. So I don't think that's going to happen this year. They're just going to bank whatever's in free agency.